baby's healthy and that life continues. But for Josh and Julie, like so many other families, that didn't happen. So I'd like to introduce you to hear their story tonight, Julie Croner and their daughter.
Good evening. My name is Julie Croner, and I am honored to be here tonight with you and with my husband, the love of my life, Josh. For the past 12 years, I have stood on many a stage sharing my own health journey and really trying to push forward a patient-centered healthcare system. But tonight, I am here for a totally different reason. Tonight, I am here as a mom, living a mantra that has carried me through more, honestly, than I ever thought I could bear. And that mantra is, it's just a bad day, it's just a bad day, not a bad life. Our story begins with the sound I'll never forget, the sound of my husband screaming my name while I was in a dead sleep. I ran down the stairs, and in that instant, time honestly froze. Our 4.5-week-old baby girl, Ellie, was lifeless and blue in his arms. Her tiny chest wasn't rising. That moment just shattered our world and led us to Children's Hospital, a place where we not only found exceptional care, but extraordinary lifeline of kindness and hope. In 2017, Josh and I got married and started our beautiful family. It's been a whirlwind of deployments. He's retired Army. Pandemics, having babies in pandemics has been crazy, but it's been beautiful. It's been a beautiful chaos of having 4 children. On November 11th, 2023, we welcomed Ellie Fight Croner into the world. Her deep brown eyes and dark hair, she brought so much joy to our family now of 6. At just a few weeks old, our joy turned to fear when Ellie stopped breathing at home. She was rushed to Children's Hospital, intubated and admitted to the PICU with flu B and pneumonia. Naively, we thought she might be home by Christmas, but days turned into weeks, which turned into months, and Ellie faced unimaginable challenges: intubations, near moves to ECMO, multiple chest tubes for a pneumothorax, numerous blood transfusions, a pulmonary hypertension crisis, blood clot, MRSA, sepsis. I could go on and on. For 112 days, she remained in the hospital, her tiny body connected to machines that kept her alive. For over 50 of those days, I couldn't even hold my baby girl. Watching her fight with every fragile breath, unable to comfort her, was honestly one of the hardest things I've ever experienced as a mother. One moment haunts me the most, though. Standing at the foot of her bed during her second intubation, watching her oxygen levels just ping pong up and down like a cruel game of chance. I honestly was certain that we were losing her. In that heart-stopping moment, with her life hanging by a thread, I swear to you, I heard her say, "I love you, Mommy." Meanwhile, we had 3 other children waiting for us at home, and they were longing for their baby sister in a sense of normalcy. I mean, we all were. Some days, the weight of it just felt unbearable, but then I'd whisper to myself, "It's just a bad day, not a bad life." And somehow, the light of hope would creep in. In those darkest days, it was the smallest acts of kindness that really helped us believe in that light. On the first overwhelming day, a wonderful PICU social worker brought us the Zack Pack. That simple gesture, a bag of toiletries, honestly was a lifeline. I honestly will never forget the deodorant after such a chaotic day. That was something that I really needed. Another day, our nurse crafted a little bow out of gauze on Ellie's tiny head, and that bow became a tradition. Every day we dressed Ellie in a new accessory. It was something small, but it gave me a sense of normalcy and a reason to smile. We received hundreds of hospital e-cards from around the world and lined Ellie's hospital room with them, letting the love and light of others surround her every single day we were there. When Valentine's Day arrived, we received a heartfelt book, a tutu, the cutest red frilly socks, and a bow from Zachary's mission. Dressing Ellie in those red socks, even though she was on a ventilator, brought so much light to an otherwise heartbreaking February. By Easter, we got the rainbow tutu and the bunny ears from Zachary's mission, and it really helped lift our spirits that we were still in the hospital. It was another holiday, and it's just not where we wanted to be. These gestures weren't just thoughtful, they were transformative to us. They reminded us that we weren't alone, and they gave us a reason to celebrate, even in the hardest of times. Walking through the hospital, I saw countless families just like ours, exhausted, terrified, and just clinging to hope. It was in those moments that I realized just how powerful small acts of kindness can truly be. They are the light in the darkness and a lifeline that reminds families that even though they're in the fight of their life, it's just a bad day, not a bad life. When you support organizations like Zachary's mission, you help create that light. A Zack Pack, frilly socks, a thoughtful holiday gift might seem small, but to families like mine, they're everything. Your kindness transforms fear into hope and darkness into moments of joy. Today, Ellie carries a diagnosis that no parent wants to hear. She has pulmonary hypertension and a chronic lung disease called post-infectious bronchiolitis obliterans, and she also relies on a G-tube for nourishment. But the miracle? This month, Ellie turned 1. She's no longer dependent on supplemental oxygen during the day, and just watching her breathe on her own feels nothing short of extraordinary. Dressing her in bows still remains a cheerless ritual, one that now our home nurses join in, celebrating the joy and the light that Ellie continues to bring to our lives. To date, Ellie has spent 127 days at Children's. Every one of those days was filled with challenges, but also brightened by the light people like you bring. You've shown us that in the darkest moments, hope is stronger than fear, and bad days don't have to define our lives. So thank you. Thank you so much for being that light and for helping families like mine believe in better days ahead. Because of you, we know that no matter how hard the journey is, it's just a bad day, not a bad life. Thank you.